Well, I wrote this one after meeting a young man in Glasgow many years ago who told me how his father, his grandfather, and great-grandfather, and all the way back, they'd all been coal miners. And he said the reason for that was because none of them ever got a decent living wage, and because of that, when their sons were 11 or 12, they'd be taken out of school and given a job at the pit head, picking the rocks out of the coal, and for that they'd get a small wage at the end of the week, and that really helped the family get through the week. And he said his father had determined that this was not going to happen to him, and the father worked every shift he could get to make enough money to keep his son in school and later to send him to college. And the boy was very grateful for that. And I wrote a song called Prince Among Men. slavery.